Hello. I'm Dr. David Thompson. Before we dive into the science, I want to tell you about a woman named Margaret. Margaret was 64 years old, living in the suburbs of Chicago. When she first came to my office, she wasn't walking. She was being pushed in a wheelchair by her daughter, Sarah. Margaret's face was a mask of exhaustion and defeat. Her orthopedic surgeon had told her that her knees were completely shot, total bone on bone. The recommendation: a double knee replacement and, likely, a move into an assisted living facility because she could no longer navigate the stairs in her own home. Margaret looked at me with tears in her eyes and asked, "Dr. David, is this the end of my independence?" Today, 3 years later, Margaret isn't in a nursing home. In fact, she's currently on a walking tour in Tuscany. She's independent, she's pain-free, and most importantly, she never had that surgery. Oh. We didn't use a miracle drug or a secret bionic implant. We used a simple natural protocol involving specific, biocompatible foods that 97% of doctors, my colleagues included, completely overlook because they are trained to fix the hardware rather than nourish the software. In this video, I am going to show you exactly what Margaret did. I'm going to guide you through the implementation of a nutritional strategy that can help you slow down, and in some cases, even reverse the signs of cartilage deterioration. If you fear becoming dependent on pills or losing your ability to walk, please stay with me. Now, before we go further, I want to know who I'm talking to. We are a community here. Please, go down to the comments right now and type in your age and your primary symptom. Is it a dull ache? A sharp stabbing? A crunchy sound? I see thousands of people who think their pain is just bad luck or bad genes. But I'm here to tell you, that is a myth. For the vast majority of you, especially those over 50, my hard-working office professionals, and the mothers who have recently given birth, this deterioration isn't an inevitable expiration date. It is often caused by a profound deficiency in 3 specific nutrient groups that your cartilage needs to stay hydrated and resilient. I've spent over 30 years in the trenches of medicine. I've seen the inside of more knee joints than I can count. My mission with this channel is simple. I want to help you live a life of functional freedom. I want you to be the grandparent who can chase the kids in the park, the professional who can walk to a meeting without wincing, and the person who feels strong in their own skin. We use scientific nutrition to turn the body's own healing mechanisms back on. I've helped thousands of patients avoid the pharmacy and the operating table, and today, I want to help you. Let's find out where you stand. I want you to hold up a hand and count how many of these 5 symptoms you experience on a regular basis. 1. The morning freeze. Do your knees feel stiff for the first 15 to 30 minutes after waking up? 2. The staircase struggle. Do you find yourself leading with your stronger leg when going up or down stairs? 3. The popcorn sound. Do you hear or feel a grinding, clicking, or popping, what we call crepitus, when you squat or walk? 4. The office ache. After sitting at a desk for 2 hours, do your knees feel stuck or painful when you finally stand up? 5. The weather vane. Do your joints ache specifically when the humidity rises or a storm is coming? Count those up and comment the number below. If you have 3 or more, your cartilage is crying out for help. Why is this happening? Imagine your knee joint is like a bicycle chain. When it's new, it's covered in thick, slippery oil. But over time, through oxidative stress, which is like internal rusting, and chronic inflammation, which is like heat warping the metal, that oil dries up. The metal starts rubbing on metal. In medical terms, your cartilage, the gristle that cushions the bone, is being eaten away by enzymes. But what if we could re-oil the chain and even smooth out the rust? That's where our 3 solutions come in. The first food is something our ancestors cherished, but we have largely forgotten. I call it liquid scaffolding. I'm talking about slow-simmered bone broth. Now, don't confuse this with the salty water you find in a carton at the grocery store. I'm talking about the real, gelatinous stuff. Think of Robert, a 58-year-old architect. Robert spent his life standing at drafting tables. His knees were so swollen he could no longer drive his manual shift sports car, his greatest joy. He started my liquid scaffolding protocol, and within just 4 weeks, the localized swelling had dropped so significantly he was back behind the wheel, shifting gears without a single wince. Why did it work? Cartilage is made primarily of type 2 collagen. Think of collagen as the steel rebar in a concrete building. Without it, the structure collapses. Bone broth is rich in glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, the exact amino acid building blocks your body needs to patch the holes in your cartilage. It also contains glucosamine and chondroitin, which act like water magnets, pulling fluid into the cartilage to keep it bouncy and shock absorbent. A landmark study published in the Journal of Agriculture and Food Chemistry in 2014 demonstrated that the bioactive peptides in collagen, specifically those found in bone broth, are absorbed intact and can accumulate directly in the cartilage tissue, stimulating the chondrocyte, your cartilage building cells, to start producing new matrix. Practical guide. The recipe: simmer beef or chicken bones, with joints/marrow, for 12 to 24 hours. The secret ingredient: add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. The acidity acts like a key that unlocks the minerals and collagen from the bone. The golden time: drink 1 warm mug, about 8 to 10 ounces, in the morning on an empty stomach. This allows your gut to absorb the amino acids before they have to compete with other proteins. Note: always consume with a source of vitamin C, like a squeeze of lemon, to help the body weave the collagen fibers together. Have you ever tried making your own bone broth, or does the idea of bone juice sound strange to you? Tell me in the comments. The second food is often the most controversial because of its smell, but its power is undeniable. I'm talking about sardines and small fatty fish. Let's talk about Elena. Elena was 34, a new mother. After pregnancy, the relaxin hormones had made her joints loose, and the extra weight of carrying a growing infant led to agonizing knee inflammation. She couldn't even kneel on the floor to bathe her baby. She was terrified of taking NSAIDs, like ibuprofen, because she was breastfeeding. We put her on a high omega-3 small fish protocol. In 2 weeks, the heat in her knees had vanished. Inside these fish are high concentrations of EPA and DHA, omega-3 fatty acids. But specifically, they produce something called resolvins. Think of resolvins as your body's internal fire extinguishers. When your cartilage is deteriorating, your knee is on fire with inflammation. Resolvins literally resolve the fire, stopping the enzymes, called MMPs, that act like molecular scissors, cutting up your cartilage. A study published in the journal Arthritis and Rheumatism showed that patients who increased their intake of omega-3s showed a significant reduction in the expression of enzymes that degrade cartilage. Essentially, the fish oils turned off the genes responsible for joint destruction. Practical guide. The dosage: aim for 3 to 4 servings of sardines, mackerel, or wild-caught salmon per week. Why sardines? They are low on the food chain, meaning they have the lowest mercury but the highest bone-building minerals because you eat the soft bones. The golden time: lunchtime. The fats will provide sustained energy for your afternoon and help lubricate the joints for your evening movement. What to avoid: do not fry them in seed oils, like corn or soybean oil. These oils are gasoline for the fire and will cancel out the benefits of the fish. Be honest. Can you handle sardines, Or do you need me to give you some hidden recipes to mask the taste? Let me know below. Finally, we have the Cellular Shield. It's not just broccoli, it's broccoli sprouts. These are 3-day-old baby broccoli plants, and they are medicinal powerhouses. David, a 62-year-old retired teacher, had what he called stiff man syndrome. His knees felt like they were encased in cement every afternoon. He started adding a handful of broccoli sprouts to his daily routine. After 6 weeks, he reported that his knees felt lighter. He was able to return to his hobby of gardening, kneeling for up to 30 minutes at a time. Broccoli sprouts contain a compound called sulforaphane. This molecule is like a security guard for your cells. It enters the knee joint and blocks a specific signaling pathway, the NF-kappa B pathway, that tells your body to destroy cartilage. More importantly, it boosts your master antioxidant, glutathione. If cartilage deterioration is rust, sulforaphane is the anti-rust coating that prevents the damage from starting. In a groundbreaking study by the University of East Anglia, 2013, researchers found that sulforaphane slows down the destruction of cartilage in joints affected by osteoarthritis. They concluded that eating cruciferous vegetables could significantly delay the need for joint replacement surgery. Practical guide. The dosage: just a half cup of sprouts daily. The golden time: evening. This is when your body enters repair mode during sleep. The crucial hack: you must eat them raw. Heat destroys the enzyme, myrosinase, needed to activate the sulforaphane. The synergy: eat your sprouts with a pinch of mustard seed powder. Research shows this can increase the absorption of the shield compounds by up to 4 times. Have you ever grown your own sprouts on your kitchen counter? It's easier than you think. Would you like a tutorial on that? We've covered a lot today. We've looked at the liquid scaffolding of bone broth, the fire extinguisher of fatty fish, and the cellular shield of broccoli sprouts. My final advice to you is this: don't wait until the check engine light is a bone-on-bone emergency. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal if you simply give it the raw materials it requires. Margaret, Robert, Elena, and David all took that first step, and so can you. Remember, pharmaceutical drugs often just mute the alarm while the house is still burning. These foods help put the fire out. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. In our next video, I'm going to reveal the 3 morning stretches that lubricate the knee joint in under 5 minutes. You won't want to miss it. I'm Dr. David Thompson. Stay active, stay nourished, and stay independent. I'll see you in the next one.